Hello everyone, my name is Nickose. I swapped names again, but this time we're doing a classic World of Warcraft playthrough. So, behind me hides a character that you can't see on the character list forever, but WoW Classic is the hype right now. I have loved WoW since 2007, so we are going to do a playthrough like that. For those that worry about my Pokemon playthroughs, don't worry, they are not over. I'm just a bit tired of the hardcore playthrough right now, but we will be doing both WoW and Pokemon on this channel, so follow me along when we enter the World of Warcraft Classics.
Once a nomadic people, the Tauren roamed the endless plains of the Barrens, hunting the mighty Kodo. Scattered across the land, the wandering tribes were united only by their common hatred for their sworn enemy, the marauding Centaur. Seeking aid against the Centaur, the great chieftain Cairn Bloodhoof befriended the savage Orcs who had recently journeyed to Kalimdor. With the Orcs' help, Cairn and his tribe were able to drive back the Centaur and claim the grasslands of Mulgore for their own. Upon the windswept mesa of Thunder Bluff, Cairn built a refuge for his people. Over time, the scattered tribes united under a single banner. Though the noble Tauren are peaceful in nature, the rites of the Great Hunt are venerated as the heart of their spiritual culture. As a tribesman of Mulgore, you must test your skills in the wild and prove yourself in the Great Hunt.
And with that, we are in the World of Warcraft. So, once again, hello, my name's Nick, and we'll be playing this. So, I did some change around with key bindings and everything like that when you didn't see me. But yeah, we are playing World of Warcraft Classic. Pretty much everybody is doing that right now. So many servers are full, meaning they have quiz, and the quiz are usually 10k plus several hours of quiz time. So yeah, my guild got tired of Gold Mag. For those that did click it, I have or had a Swedish episode covering the first launch, because I actually got in at launch immediately. I was smart enough to be logged in way before launch even hit, and that led me to no quest. I was in at launch, saw some crazy stuff. I might have footage of that inside the video right now, or I might not. I don't know. But yeah, it was quite crazy. It is still even more crazy with the quiz. But so my guild decided to just test moving to Ashbringer. We are Ashbringer-EU PvP. Because I'm European, any American out there, sorry, you can't play with me if you want to. But you are all Europeans, or those that have European accounts, even in America or other places, feel free to join us. It's a really soft, nice guild. The guild leader is Tasaran, another World of Warcraft YouTuber. So yeah, really nice. And a lot of my friends are moving over to Ashbringer as well, what I can see, because everyone is getting tired of the quiz. And even if it's a bit irritating for some to lose their progress, some are around level 20, and that is quite some time in Classic compared to retail. But yeah, so yeah, join us and we will do this Druid playthrough.
Very well.
So far it seems pretty good here. What picture? So we gotta do that quest for the patriarch or leader of this village. It's not Narash. It's something else, I think. Or this is Narash and it's Toraju that in Barons and gets destroyed. I don't remember. But yeah, my own personal history with WoW, I've been playing since early 2007, so I technically never played Classic when it was vanilla or original or whatever you wanna call it. I thought I did, but I didn't. As said, I joined in 2007, so just a few months after TBC hit. So the 1.12 patch that should be Classic is based on shouldn't be that extremely different to my original experience. It was my cousin that got me in to the game. So my first ever character was a gnome rogue. Oops. Quite different from the Tauren you might be seeing here in this playthrough, but when I entered World of Warcraft I was 11 years old. And I'm not native English speaker, so I had a lot of trouble. Like I couldn't play at all. Like I was so bad at the game. Like it was my real proper online game, a real big, a bit more teenage game. I've played a few games before that, but none really like more adult styled. Like Pokemon and things like that I played before, but nothing at all like World of Warcraft. But yeah, I got to try out the game with my cousin, got really interested, started playing, everything like that. As I said, I was bad. I had like, I think I was soon to level 20 on that gnome rogue, and my friends started asking me like, do you have any talents? And I'm like, what's talents? I like things like that I didn't even know. So yeah. But so I tried a few characters back and forth. I was really unsure what I wanted to be back in the day. I said I played a gnome rogue just because my cousin played a gnome rogue at the time. So I like just copied him, and then I did the same because my friend, which I back in the day shared account with, please so don't hit me for that, I was young, he started playing HORDE, and I think he played a Tauren Druid. Like you couldn't play anything else than Tauren if you wanted to be a Druid. So I copied him, and then I really fell in love with like the Druid class overall. So I started playing a Druid called Druidio, like just Druid, add INO at the end. Back then, I wanted to do that name now, but I think it's better both. My guild like convinced me to be named Nickose, as that's the same name I have on like Discord and BattleNet, so it would be easier for them to communicate with me. So yeah, I'm Nickose now because of that, and that's why I also renamed my channel to Nickose, so it's more easier to like recognize. Nomadic belt, verdant note, and the hunt continues. So yeah, but even though I'm playing Classic now, I still love retail WoW. Like maybe not the most, the best game for me like right now, but at least a good game. In my opinion, like it's not as bad as people say it is, but Classic seems to be better. It's doing way better on Twitch views, player numbers, everything like that. It's bonkers how much hype there is around it.
Walk with the earth.
But that is how it is. But I will be going with the Druid because the Druid is the thing I've been playing for the longest of time. The original Druid I made back in the day is still my main. On BFA, it's still my Druid. It has changed gender and race to a Night Elf female because my friends Brack and Wrath played Alliance, so I had to swap. But otherwise, it's the same character all the way since then. So I really love Druid. I might be forced to become a healer if we start raiding at the end game. But I will be doing Feral for the level through. That's what I did back in the day, because Boomkin is worthless, at least in leveling. It's so hard to get good gear and the like when leveling. I heard that people say that if you know what to do, you can make both Boomkin, Feral DPS and Feral tanking work in Classic, although the healing is the absolute best thing to be. I know that one of the most popular speed leveling builds is to do dungeon grinding, and one of the most popular group builds then is to have on the Horde side a Shaman, a Druid and 3 Warriors. So Druid healing from level like 30 or something like that is good. So yeah, but yeah, Druid is my thing. Always love the class. I really miss the days when you had to do quests to get your transformations and things like that. So I'm really happy to be back in Classic for things like that, because to me that makes it more RPG. It's not like it isn't RPG without stuff like that, but it just deepens the RPG feel that you are creating your character. But yeah, a Druid, for those that don't know World of Warcraft Classic, or like at least don't know Druid back in Classic, is it's just like retail, or for anything like that doesn't know WoW at all. It's a class that can do pretty much anything. A jack of all trades, master of none kind of character, some see it as. So you are like a nature preserver, like loving person. You have nature magic. Wrath is your first damaging spells, and it will be like your main damage until you hit level 10, because level 10 is the first time you get an animal transformation, and that is the main part about being a druid, is transformation. As a feral, you can hear it in English, feral meaning like wild. You got animals. You got a lion or cat for DPS, close combat DPS, damage dealing. You got a bear for tanking, protecting others. Then you have the balance talents, that would be spells. Workable, but as said, not too much good equipment and gear to go with that. If you do that while leveling, and then you have healing. Healing others, protecting others, or as a spellcaster you would be like a bear owl kind of creature combination, like a bear. Like you are a bear standing on 2 legs in size, but you have like feathers and an owl head with horns. It's a really strange thing. I might show it to you, as my main thing in retail is balance, Boomkin. And then you have healing. Healing is like healing, magic as well. Then you become a tree. Many people don't like that you are a tree when you are a healer, but that's how it is. I personally think that it's better that Druid is like forced to be transformed in all of its incarnations, different roles. I know in retail they have removed the tree form. The tree form is optional, and for spellcasting you do have an option to be just like an astral star kind of creature. So transformation isn't as much a big part anymore, sadly, in retail, but it is in Classic, so that's what we do. basics for Druid starting out as well. As said, you have Wrath, a throwing or spell casting. Then you have a healing spell, Healing Touch, from the get-go. Just basic healing. Heals a friendly target for 38 to 53 damage. And then the hoof I put out beside me there is the Tauren race ability that like would stun my enemy if I use it. Like now, stuns for a short duration, could be good for like interrupts and such against more difficult enemies later on. So we got a better chest to go. I personally think Druids look a bit better in like kilts or clothes, dresses, whatever. But it is what it is. Rise of the Earth Mother. We get a free Mark of the Wild. I maybe forgot to put that on myself, but then we get a Rite of Strength quest. Yeah, and a tip from Mark of the Wild, it's a buff as we call it, a spell you put on yourself or on teammates that give benefits. This is just armor, some extra protection, but it could be more stuff than that if need be. I'm gonna go around and hit some extra cats and birds on the way home. Because, especially now with big quiz, a lot of people, it's a recommendation for Druids to get to level 4 before I head on. I will show you when I head on, for those that don't know. I said, if you know World of Warcraft, this might not be the playthrough for you. I'm not best at World of Warcraft. As said, I've been playing for 12 years, so I got a lot of experience when it comes to WoW, especially like its lore and things like that, but I've never been the best of the best. Like, I think when I began in TBC, I never hit 70 during TBC. I think I was in like high 40 when Wrath of Lich King came out. So my first ever like max level character was in Wrath. So yeah, I'm not the best, but I know enough. My guild leader, Tasaran, he will be trying out Druid for the first time ever for him personally. So I'm kinda like going... I want to like race against him. As... different realms. So yeah, one of my friends has swapped over to Ashbringer. I'm really glad he did, because he was on Shastra before this, and I was like, I'm never going Shastra. Never. Like, it's been deemed the worst of the realms when it comes to quest time, even compared worldwide. So is Shastra European server the worst? Or at least was during the first 24 hours of the game. I should be enough experience to level up. This time I have collected 10 pelts. On launch day, when I was recording, I forgot to like check the drop rates, because in classic drop rates aren't 100% like they are most of the time, or high in retail. They are pretty low overall in classic. So I forgot to check that, ran back here with only 9 out of 10. So I had to go back and forth. Oh man.
How may I aid you?
So, Cougar Pels, Nomadic Bracers, Hit Me Up, Grow Hawkwind, kill more boars, and then we have Brave Winterfeather want me to kill the chieftain of the boars. That I will have to remember to put into the like video, because I'm gonna check out how crazy the chieftain boar area is today because back at launch
Guide you.
it was crazy. And in Classic, spells cost money to learn, so we just learned Moonfire, which is an instant damage, 79 damage instant, and then 12 damage over 9 seconds. Yeah. And then Rejuvenation, another healing spell, like that is healing over time, like heals a bit over time all the time, instead of the usual instant heal that healing touch is. So I'm gonna do that. I will probably using instant healing or heal over time mostly, compared to a big heal that takes time. So now I've tracked all the quests. We have bristleback bells, which are the bells of the pig, or like, what is it called, like porcupine pig like creatures, quillboars they are called. Quill and boar, you should understand. And then we have battle boar snout and flank. Those are just normal boars that are around the area, like that one over there. I know you can't see my mouse, I have it hidden on purpose on OBS, but that is how it will be. But yeah, and as you can see, for those that play retail but maybe have never played, I would guess since Kata, or like since before Pandaria, there are red mobs in the starter area. I think only a few, very few if any, of the starting zones in retail have red mobs. And starter zone, I mean like the area down here that is discovered on the map as a starter zone. It's not an entire zone, because of course in the entire zone even retail have red mobs. But yeah, this is what we're gonna do. Like pigmen and centaurs are like the enemies of Tauren. Big hulking bull cow creatures can't take on small pigs, but I guess it's the case of like goblins in many other fantasy RPG stories, is that they get you in numbers. Rather than size. And this is also a classic thing about Classic. You run out of mana quite fast. Like, I can't even kill one of these boars without running out of mana. Even if I'm not full. Like, I can cast 4 spells even if all 4 hits. It still takes me quite a few hits to get it done. My belt is still better. If we're lucky we can get a bag. I didn't get a bag on my main at launch, but I did get on my bank out, so I had easy access to bags when I played there. But as I said, Gold Mag, which we played on before, and other full servers like Chastra and Gehennas, they have like, even if today, like 2 o'clock, middle of the day, most people shouldn't have finished work if they have not like taken the week off or something like that. They are it's still like 10k quiz on the full servers. So we swapped. We got on and hopped over to Ashbringer. Really nice name. Personally, I don't really care about the name that much, as I'm not native English speaker. Most names still sound fantasy-like in my opinion, and that is enough for me. I don't need to have like the biggest, baddest boss or anything like that as my realm name. I don't care. So yeah, but we are on Ashbringer, and if you log on to WoW Classic right now and feel like, oh, it's only medium, like, why do you play on medium? A medium server will die down when the hype dies down. There is a risk, it's always a risk of it dying down if it's low, but Blizzard has personally said that a medium server is still more players than classic server or TBC servers ever had. Even a full vanilla server back in the day had less people playing than a medium server. So yeah, hopefully even with a bit of a drop off when the time comes, when the hype goes down, it should still be healthy. So that's what we're hoping for. We are on Ashbringer-EU, as said. Join if you want to. The guild is really nice, really like chill social. Like, it's not an elitist, stressed max level guild, like stressed for raiding. Like, we will do raids, we will do pre-made battlegrounds, things like that. But to begin with, we are working just being chill, doing our stuff like we want to do. And you can probably hear like the Discord, my guild going a bit mad on the Discord. So yeah, doing some swapping around with abilities, like don't be afraid to use Stomp if you're a Tauren, especially against casters, because casters don't do damage to you while they are casting. So if you can time your Stomp and interrupt their casting, especially quite late in their casting, then you like avoid quite a bit of damage. And that's already being used, you are using Hearthstone. So, for those that don't know, I've seen many that doesn't seem to know. This cave up here, a bit to the left, whatever it shows up for you, left on the to the chieftain area of these quillboars, is a map on the floor. Oh, Squealer format. What are you? I have actually never seen this mob before. Like, you see, Squealer format. Oh god, this is dangerous. Another one spawned right on top of me. I need to get this one killed. Squealer's belt is a good belt. Ow, ow, ow. Heal, heal, help. Ah! Help me. Oh, he helped. I don't care if he gets like the tag for it. Like, as long as I don't die, I'm happy for that. That is, in Classic, you can actually be killed. Like Squealer's belt, 4 armor more will probably be swapped out quite soon, but still. Funny to get a special mob. It wasn't rare, so it didn't give any like big extra XP, but still seemed to have been nice to get a free mob, special mob.
I can't carry.
Ruin the... oh. Oh man. These these give quite a lot as they are in records. I think Frayed Robe gives the least, so I'll activate the quest, because in Classic you have quest items in your bag, and that quest item, like this map that you get here in the starter zone and Quilboar area, it has to swap place. Like, even if you keep the map, it's still just one spot in the bag. You need to have a free spot in the bag when you activate the quest, otherwise you won't get it. Pro tip there. Pro tip, of course, I'm a pro. No, as I said before, I'm not really that much of a pro. I just know to a large amount what I'm doing. But Rag Cloak, oh man. Frayed Belt, that sells for really little. Like the cloth stuff, if you have to drop something, I would recommend drop like low grey cloth equipment, because I think like the ruined pelts and things like that that stack becomes quite a bit of money, whereas here in the starting area, like the frayed items, the cloth items, they usually only sell for like 2-3 copper each, so even a stack of 5 like ruined pelts will be better than a frayed item. So I'm low on belts. The belts are a bit not dropping for me at the moment. But otherwise, it's nice, good. You should be good. And the boars, the snouts are soon done. The flanks should be done pretty soon as well. Like, if you can finish off the boars in time before you go in here, or like you get the boars finished, it is better to like be in this area and then use your Hearthstone to get out of here. Saves you time, even if the Hearthstone is dreaded for being like an hour long cooldown. It is still a travel option, and you should use it as often as you can. But do know that, like, if you know you're going to go some far away place, like I will be doing when I get my bear form at level 10, save the Hearthstone. Keep it so that it is ready when you want to go back. But otherwise, try to use it as much as often. But yeah, I like lore a lot, if you want to know something, so I don't know exactly how much of the story comes down to lore. What the Quilboars like. I know that Quilboars are a real pain, like a pandemic for the Horde races, both in Mulgore and in the Barrens. But I don't know like a big story about the Quilboars, or if they have any special relationship to like the Tauren other than just being enemies. But like, yeah, centaurs are the enemies, but Quilboars, I don't know. They just might just be a threat here in the starting zone, where they are like educating Taurens to become good Taurens in the society, you could say, like fight for the people. Like the intro video you should have, or like cinematic for the Tauren you heard at the beginning. Taurens are peaceful, for most of the time, or most of us are. But we are not afraid to like use our strength to help our friends. The Horde sticks together. Bam and a bam. Should like one flank and one more belt to go. Level 15 Troll Priest. Oh, my friend is leveling quite a lot. Yeah. And as you can see, a thing about Classic, you have resist, you have dodges, things that are pretty low, at least on mobs. 930, so like 170 points. I would guess it's nice to like get that level done. Because you always like get a chance to get bags. Bags is like always good. And you will need to grind some. Like, I think you could get through the game on only quest, or like quests and the mobs you kill during the quests, if you like do exactly everything you need to do at exactly the right like time and level. But that is quite a chore to do. So many times you will need to grind some to get the levels, like I did, and now we are gonna HORDE. Back to, I think it's Camp Narash. Yeah, Camp Narash, and Torojo is, yeah, Narash. Torojo is the one in the Barrens. I think it's better. Yeah, it is.
Greetings.
I don't really care about repairs, I think. Because I think as long as... Oh, that's a quest item. Your equipment isn't totally broken, like your armor isn't reduced because your equipment is damaged. So I would say early level like this, don't repair, just equip and unequip like when you get better stuff. It saves you money. Take the totem to Bloodhoof, and then the map gives a shield we can sell for some money. Yeah, boy.
How may I aid you?
I'll sell the shield.
Go in peace.
Equip the new staff. Sell the old staff.
Be careful.
All 2.3 silver. That is the economy of Classic. But yeah, I think it's a lot better to have low money like this, because big numbers aren't just believable in a fantasy setting like this. I know like the economy changes with the amount of players and what the players do and stuff like that, but yeah, you wouldn't be carrying around like millions of gold coins, even if gold I think is quite light for a metal. You just wouldn't be doing that. You just wouldn't. So yeah, we are now heading out of the starter zone. We are like done with what we need to do to prove ourselves as Tauren that can join the Horde and help the Horde survive out there. But I think I will like this. It's just a run. You can just follow the road that is on the map, and you will get to the Bloodhoof village. I will kill some coyotes on the way there. But otherwise, I'll see you when I get to that village. So now we are back, everybody. We're entering Bloodhoof village. So I've been running around killing some primarily coyotes, some birds as well, but coyotes are better because they drop the stringer wolf meat. That could be helpful when leveling your cooking, early cooking. Like, the birds can drop small eggs, I think, but those are a bit more rare than the stringy wolf meat. And the reason why I also grinded my way here to Bloodhoof is because of that. So I hit level 6 when getting here. You should like always hit level 6 when you enter the first like town after the starting area.
What brings you here?
Because technically the whole map should be called the starting zone, while the small area we was in before should be called the starting area, in my opinion. Swoop quills, quite irritating. Druid fawns and an upgraded version of Wrath. Nothing more, no. So, this is also classic for those that don't know it. Abilities have different ranks, and you will have to buy the new rank compared to retail, where the abilities damage is equal to your level. So yeah, a task unfinished. Water, please. Make this in your home. So we have a heartstone in a better place. Here is the first aid trainer. I don't think I will take first aid, at least not to begin with, on this character. Like, I can get far better stuff by just with my heals. I'm a healing class, druids can heal. Many say that first aid still is a good thing to get, even on healers, but I want to wait at least to like earn some better money from selling the line and claw for like keeping them, and as soon as my guild has a Tailorer at the right level, I can hopefully ask them to train me. Skinning. 10 copper. Yes, thank you. I will be a skinner leather worker. Your typical choice of profession for a druid, I would say. Do I have the general goods here somewhere? Trade goods, do you have it? Yeah. Skinning knife, 82, and we have 2 copper left. So I'm keeping the cooking a bit, as it will cost me 1 silver to learn cook. But this is why the stringer wolf meat is good. Like, when you get cooking to level 10, you can do spiced wolf meat, which is just buy some spices from I think general goods have them usually, and then you are good. You can level up to like 40-50 something cooking with just wolf meat. But that is it. I will have to for the first episode. We have the starter area done. We are in Bloodhoof. We have a lot of quests that we will watch 5 quest. Masranach. I don't need to track poison water, I know what to do in that, so yeah, you can only track 5 quests as well. So, yeah, this is the start of the Druid. I'll start up a completely new playthrough, a new journey, and I hope you will stay with me through it all. Comment, like, subscribe if you want to do that. Otherwise, have a healthy life, a nice evening, and I will see you in the next one for the Horde!